Hello Glue Troopers, Max's Models here. While I was doing that video on obscure Army aircraft, I stumbled onto this, which is essentially a United States Army Dash 7 converted into a surveillance plane. They wound up calling it the RC-7B, later the EO-5C. And I had never seen this airplane before in military service, wasn't familiar with that program, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think they just decommissioned these aircraft about 2 months ago. The program's being replaced by jets. In fact, a lot of the guardrail aircraft in the Army, I think, are soon to be out of the inventory if they're not already being updated with jet aircraft. I also stumbled across this Canadian Dash 7 that's used as a surveillance aircraft. Apparently, it watches the ice flows and that sort of stuff. And that's pretty cool. There's a 1/72nd scale build of that's being done from, I think, a resin 3D print. It got me to wondering, regional airliners are not particularly well represented in the kit model world. There are a bunch of them out there, but there's a lot of them that were missed. That led me to dig out my copy of one of my favorite books, Sunshine Skies by David P. Henderson. The book is essentially a history of a lot of the airlines that existed in the American Southeast between from when Tony Jannus first flew his Benoit flying boat, which was the first scheduled airline ever, up until probably, I'd say, the late 1990s, when all these colorful independent airlines started disappearing. And I have long considered making models of a lot of these airplanes, but they're not particularly well represented. In fact, I was particularly disappointed to see that there are very few kits of the Dash 7. These were all I could find. They're all in 1:144 scale, although I believe you can get some 3D printed 1/72nd scale ones, because I did find decals for 1/72nd scale Dash 7s, but most of them were 1:44. But I was kind of surprised that such a prolific commuter airliner, I couldn't find a regular styrene kit. I believe these are all resin. If you guys know, let me know. But this got me to wonder, and I dragged out my book, started flipping through it, and I decided to send an email to Mr. Henderson, who answered me back and said he would be happy to do a Zoom session or perhaps come on a live stream and talk about the old commuter airlines and everything, which I think would be cool. I certainly would love to do it. Having been a turboprop commuter airliner pilot myself, I hold a special affection for it. Plus, I used to see these things when I was growing up, and it's a really interesting and sadly all too forgotten part of aviation history. Now, I do have a few of these airplanes in my stash. In fact, I'm probably going to go drag them out. I've got at least one Dash 8 I know of that was gifted by a glue trooper, and I'm pretty sure I've got some more stuff in there. I'm going to snoop around and see. At one point, before it got distracted, it's in one of these bags somewhere, I was actually kit bashing a fictitious commuter airliner based on the airplane we saw in the beginning of the movie The Mountain. This, of course, has me digging around in my stash. I know I have at least one Dash 8, but I'm looking for all the regional airliners that I have, because I think I'm going to get on a regional airliner kick here shortly. So that's how I'm spending my morning. I need to get out to the Tarbis. I've got the heater going, pre-warming. It's not that bad out here today. And hopefully I'll make some progress on the Sky Crane diorama. By the way, while I was doing this research, I just stumbled onto this photo that I had not seen before of a Sky Crane with a daisy cutter. Might even be the same one in the other pictures. It's got an interesting angle. Get a good look at the back of the daisy cutter. All right, guys, that's all I have for right now. You take care of yourselves, and as always, model on.